Good morning everyone. Today we will start with new repertory, that is synthetic repertory, which was written by Dr. H.R. Barthel and Dr. W. Clunker. In this repertory, it was formed, or it is a unity of many parts when united, they put together, and then this repertory was compiled by Dr. Barthel and Dr. Clunker. This repertory was in 3 volumes. Out of those, the first and second volume were compiled by Dr. Barthel, and the third volume was compiled by Dr. Clunker. This is in this repertory, most of the general symptoms we found. So this is the front page of this synthetic repertory first volume, that is which was written by Dr. Barthel and published by B. Jain Publishers. The author of first and second volume of this synthetic repertory was Dr. Horst Barthel, and the author of third volume was Dr. Will Clunker. There are about 4 editions of this book. The first edition was published in 1973. Then the second edition, which was published in 1982. The third edition, which was published in 1987. And the fourth edition, which was published in 1993. Then in this repertory, in India, it was first published in 1987, and it was reprinted in 1993. So in India, with the third edition, it was first time published in India in 1987, and its reprint was published in 1993. According to the publishers, it is the third improved edition, but according to the authors, it is fourth improved edition. In this repertory, we found most of the psychiatric as well as general symptoms of our materia medica. Out of that, the first volume, it contained most of the mind symptoms, and they are given in 6 groups, like abrupt, delusion, fear, irritability, sadness, and lastly the index was given. In all these 3 volumes, there was 4 grades we found for the medicines. So how they are written: the first graded medicine or 4-mark medicine, it was written in bold capital underlined. Then the second grade medicine, it was written as bold capital letters. The third grade medicines, it was written in small but bold letters. And the fourth grade medicines, they are written in small letters. So in this way, there are 4 gradations for the medicines, and they are written as bold capital underlined, then bold capital, then small and bold letters and small letters. In this way, we found the gradation in this synthetic repertory in 4 grades. The remedies are written. What was the aim to construct, to form or to publish this repertory? To keep the repertory continually up to date with preservation of symptoms and drugs not listed in Kent's repertory. So whatever drugs or symptoms we cannot found in Kent repertory, so Dr. Barthel and Clunker, they try their level best to include those symptoms as well as drugs in Kent's repertory. Then to make available the primary and repeated provings of younger authors. So the medicines which are proved later on after the publication of Kent's repertory, these medicines, they also, or they should included in the repertory. So the purpose of the author was to include the medicines which are proved later on after publication of Kent repertory. So these are the aims of the authors to publish the repertory. Then on which work or on which basis this repertory was based on? So there are many books, about 16 books are there, and for from 16 books, whatever authors they feel it was important, so they included in this repertory. And so the authorities, they have selected 16 authors for their renowned work on repertory and collected data from them. Out of those, J.T. Kent's repertory as well as lectures on homeopathic materia medica and new remedies. Then C.B. Nair's repertory of Herring's guiding symptoms of our materia medica. Then Boger's BBCR, then additions to Kent's repertory, synoptic key of materia medica. These books are also referred. Then Jar's systematic alphabetical repertory of homeopathic remedy. This was referred. Then Galaverdine's his work, that is systematic homeopathy. Then Stauffer's work, that is symptom index. Then Smith's work, that is annotations in Kent's repertory. Then Borick's pocket manual of homeopathic materia medica. Then Stephenson's materia medica and repertory as well as Hahnemannian proving. Then Menzger's Dr. Menzger's his some work or his some provings as well as Jessie's his some literatures, from his literatures, some topics or some important points authors have selected. Then from Allen's work of Encyclopedia of Pure Materia Medica, it was referred to select the some important points. Then J.H. Clarke's Clinical Repertory to the Dictionary of Materia Medica. Then Julian O.A. his Dictionary de Materia Medica D. This was referred. Then Kunzli's supplements taken from international homeopathic literature. Then Dr. Hahnemann's Materia Medica Pura and Chronic Diseases, as well as most recent drug provings which were published in journals, different journals. It was also used, or the data was collected from those journals also. So these 16 are the basis, or these 16 authors, they are sources of material which were included in this synthetic repertory. So all these 16 authors' work, it was from all their work, the important data which was collected by Dr. Barthel and Dr. Klunker, and they constructed this synthetic repertory. Then philosophical background. As they follow the concept, they follow the principles of Dr. Kent, and this was the so in this repertory also the philosophy which was given by Dr. Kent, it was followed in this repertory also. That is, the philosophical background is from general to particular as of Kent's repertory. First, we have to give importance to general symptoms, and then we go towards the particular symptoms, so that in this repertory, the first volume is, in the first volume, the only the mind symptoms, they are included. So construction, how these three volumes are constructed. In the first volume, all the psychic symptoms or the symptoms related mind, they are we found these symptoms in first volume. Then in second volume, all the general symptoms, all the physical general symptoms we found in the second volume of synthetic repertory. And in the third volume, we found the rubrics related to sleep, rubrics related to dreams and sexuality. All these things we found in the third volume. So in this way, there are third volumes, and for easy purpose to find out easily the symptoms from the repertory, they constructed the, or they uh, given the symptoms of different parts in different volumes. So for mind, they have given the separate volume. It was included in first volume, mental general symptoms. Then he was giving importance to physical general symptoms. So physical general symptoms we found in second volume, and also in third volume, sleep, dream and sexuality, they are also physical general symptoms, but they are found separately in elaborate way in third volume of this repertory. All in the second volume, it contains the general symptoms. In the second volume, it contains general symptoms including food effect with desire, aversion, thirst and its peculiarities. As we have discussed that in the first volume, we found 6 grooves, and in those 6 grooves we found the symptoms like abrupt delusion, fear, irritability, sadness, and lastly the index was given. In the same way, in second volume also we found 6 grooves to demarcate the symptoms related to daytime, food, pain, reaction, weakness, and lastly index was given. And as in the third volume, actually there are 2 chapters, as it was given that sleep, dream, and sexuality, but actually in this third volume it contains only 2 chapters, sleep and sex, demarcated by 3 grooves, that is sleep, sex male, and sex female. In this way it was given in this repertory only 2 chapters related to sleep and sex it was given. Under sleep only dreams are given, and there are 3 grooves. Grooves are given for, one was for sleep, and the second was for sex male, and third was for sex female. Then this base of this repertory was, main base of this repertory was Kent's repertory, and as we discussed earlier, from 16 or other than Kent, 15 different authors works he uh, added up the different collections, and as it was same as Kent's repertory, so it was based on deductive logic from general to particular. And in this repertory, if you observe, this was limited to general symptoms only. In this synthetic repertory, we cannot found the particular symptoms, as well as all the new additions in rubrics, sub-rubrics, and sub-sub-rubrics, as well as medicines which have been demarked by numbers denoting the authority number quoted from. Means, as there are the collection of data from the work of 16 different authors, so these authors, they have numbered, and from whose work that symptom or that rubric or that sub-rubric, sub-sub-rubric which was taken, it was given or it was denoted with a number which was given to that author. The volumes, all the volumes which start first with a preface, then introduction, then bibliography, and then remedies and their abbreviations, and after that the repertory proper part was there, and lastly the word index was given. So the construction of this repertory was also in proper format or in proper way, fixed way. So the first in this repertory, the preface was given, then introduction about repertory, then bibliography, then remedies with their abbreviations are given, and after that the repertory, proper repertory part was given with, after repertory part the word index was given. In this repertory, the total number of medicines included in this repertory are 1594, and they are arranged in alphabetical order. As in Kent repertory, in this repertory also, on each page we found two columns, and there is one asterisk or star like marking over the title of symptom, which refer to one of the 138 new collected rubrics of index of volume 2 and 1. So there are markings, star like marking over the title of symptom, and which show us or which refer to one of the 138 new collected rubrics of index volume first and second. Then there is some printing way to easily find out the rubric, sub-rubrics. So uh, in while writing down the rubrics are written in capital letters, and or the symptom or the rubric, it was written in bold capital letters, and the sub rubrics are also written in bold, but it was not written in capital rubrics. It was in small letters, it was not in capital. And the sub rubrics, they are written in normal typography, they are not given in bold as well as in capital. So in this way we can easily find out the which medicines or which is the symptom which is most marked. So in this repertory we found that the underlined thick capitals, they are at highest value, that is 4th grade. The thick capitals, they are at 3rd grade. The bold type, bold letters but not capitals, they are of 2nd grade. And the ordinary, means they are not written in bold as well as not written in capital form, means ordinary Roman letters, they are having the 1st grade. Then no list of medicines we can found after the C rubric. C means cross reference, as we have learned it in Kent repertory, that in front of C we found the cross reference. But in this repertory, no list of medicine we found after the word C, which indicate the cross reference or similar meaning word. In second volume, under the second volume, which contain general rubrics, and in that about 114 new general rubrics they were added. And in third volume, it is also based on the general rubrics, and in the third volume about 261 new rubrics it was included. So in this way, for easy purpose, the symptoms, they are divided into different volume, so that we can easily find out the symptoms with their importance. So important rubrics, which are the important rubrics in this repertory? So abusive, children insulting parents, gallaverding. So abusive is the important rubric which we found in this repertory, and in front of that Lycopodium natrum mur platina it was given. Then the activity fruitless, it was taken from Boger and Stanham's work. And the children insulting parents, it was taken from Gallaverdin's work. Then elements from this was the rubric. Bad news, elements from this is rubric. Then bad news, this is sub rubric. And in front of that the medicines Gelsemium calcarea carp, it was given as the Lycopodium natrum mur platina above. In above rubric, that is abusive, it was given, and it was in bold type but in normal typography. So it is having how many marks, in which grade, these medicines included, how many marks it contain. It contain about 3 mark because they are written in bold letters but normal typography, so they contain the 3 mark. Then the elements from bad news Gelsemium, it is written in capital letters, capital bold with underline, so it is having the highest value and contain 4 marks. Then calcarea carp, as it was written in capital letters, capital bold letters but not underlined, so it contain or it is having 3 marks for repertorization. Then business failure, it was taken from Gallaverdin's work. Ambra was given. Death of child, it was also taken from Gallaverdin's children. Gallaverdin's work. In front of that, Ignitia, Gelsemium, Calibrom, it was given. Then elements from death of parents or friends, it was also taken from Gallaverdin's work. And in front of that causticum ignitia was given. Then elements from disappoint old, it was taken from Smith's work, and in front of that natrum mur was given. So these are important rubrics, some important rubrics. Then elements from discords between chief and subordinates, which is also taken from Gallaverdin's work. And the medicines given for this symptom was graphitis, lachesis, murk, and natrum mur. Then discords with parents, friends, it was taken from Gallaverdin's work, and for that arsenic, uh, hypersulf, nitric acid, and natrum mur, it was indicated. Then elements from fright, accident, from sight of an, it was taken from Smith's work, and indicated medicines are aconite and opium. Then elements from position, loss of, was taken from Gallaverdin, and the indicated medicines are ignitia and platina. Then ambition means employed every possible. It was taken from Gallaverdin's work, and indicated medicines are Lycopodium, platina, veratrum. Then anger, children in, was taken from Nayer's work, and indicated medicines are chamomilla, phosphorus, aconite. Then anticipation, dentist, physician before going to was taken from Smith's work, and the indicated medicines are gelsemium, phosphorus, tuberculinum. Stage fright was taken from Boric's work, gelsemium, argentum nitricum, and anacardium are indicated medicine. Stage fright for singers and speakers in which was taken from Nair's work, and gelsemium was the indicated medicine. Anxiety, health of relatives taken from Galaverdin's work, and Hippar was indicated medicine. Then hypochondriacal anxiety with hypochondriacal mania to read medical books was taken from Galaverdin's work, and Calcarea, Nux vomica, pulsatilla was indicated medicines. Then anxiety, motion, lift off taken from Smith's work, and borax was indicated medicine. Aversion to certain, aversion persons to certain indicated medicines are calcarea and natrum car. Then bite, desire to, children in. It was taken from Smith's work, and belladonna was the indicated medicine. Then Boster, reach wishes to be considered as, which was taken from Galaverdin's work, and indicated medicines are lachesis, lyco, and veratrum. Corrupt, which was taken from Galaverdin's work, indicated medicines are arsenic, china, lycopodium, pulsatilla, and sulfur. Then disobedience, children in, which was taken from Nair's repertory, and china was indicated medicine. Then egotism, self-esteem, speaking about themselves in company always, which was taken from Galaverdin's work, and lachesis and staphysagria are the indicated medicine for this rubric. Sorry. Then fear, cats off, which was taken from Boger and Smith's work, and tuberculinum was the medicine. Flattery, desires, gives everything when flattered, was taken from Smith's work, and lycopodium, pulsatilla, sulfur were the indicated medicine. Forgetful, sleep, he remembers all he had forgotten during. The medicines are caladium and selenium. Then gifts to his wife or son, husband making no. This was taken from Smith's work, and the lachesis was the indicated medicine. Then hatred, persons who had offended him or of. So in that, hatred is rubric, persons is subrubric, and who had offended him